Alright, y'all, welcome back to another edition of the Cozy Podcast. I'm your host, Jamal Hollywood, and today we are welcomed back by a very special guest of ours, you feel me? You guys may already know him, the CEO of Vybez Kitchen, none other than Kyler Evans, you feel me?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, let the people know what's been up with you since the last time we spoke, you feel me? All the new endeavors and goals and whatnot.
Last time we spoke was October 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Word. Wow, a lot has happened.
Yeah.
So, did Dreamville again.
Yeah.
Probably a big thing. The 2 booths this year. One VIP, one general admission. That went well. Had a team of like 20 people. 3 people in media. About 17, 16 working the booths. Sold out of everything. We were just passing out drinks at the end. We all enjoyed the concert. That was good. Feel me? Turned up this summer. Really worked on building a brand of Vybez Kitchen and attraction of Vybez Kitchen, especially this year. Definitely, I go a lot of places and I be recognized. Sometimes I be feeling hood famous, but sometimes it's like I don't want to deal with that. Sometimes I do want to deal with that. So it's like sometimes I want to go outside and I just want to be low, but sometimes I do enjoy people go out there and recognize me without me even having any Vybez Kitchen gear on. So that's a good thing. So that's that. Just dropped my cookbook literally Friday, 2 days ago. That's going good. Got a lot of traction on that. And I'm about to go crazy with the digital product so I can reach more customers worldwide instead of local. With the food, you only can reach people that's local. With like a cookbook, I can reach people all over the world and spread the vibes throughout the world.
So tell us about the cookbook and what inspired you to pursue that goal and curate a cookbook for people. I know sometimes people in your position, they don't necessarily want to give all of their little secrets and tidbits, but what kind of motivated you to get people something of Vybez Kitchen, you feel me?
Got you. So I always thought about doing a cookbook, but I was always like, nah, I don't want to share my recipes. I don't want to share my recipes. But as someone who's always learning and trying to grow, I had a conversation with him 500, and like the first conversation I had with him, he was like, "We're gonna turn it up and do like a digital product," and I was like, and do like cookbook and just, like serve my recipes or sell my recipes. I was like, I said to him like, I don't know how I feel about giving away my recipes, and he broke it down to me like, it's not about giving away your recipes. It's like more for like getting that exposure, letting people feel the vibes throughout the world, making awareness of like my brand, not just right there and then. When he broke it down to me, I'm like, all right. And he also said like, we're in a business to make money, not to be secretive and hold on to things. So I'm like, all right, that's valid. So then throughout that, I broke that down, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this cookbook. Hit up ISIS, hit up Jamal to do the photos, ISIS for the graphics, and then we went through with it. And I also built the website myself, so that was also an accomplishment, low key. Like I built my own website. I built the back end. I built like the funnels. I built the ManyChat. If you don't know what ManyChat is, like an automated messages system. I built all that. Did the drop. So I'm like, yeah. So that cookbook is like definitely something to reach worldwide, spread vibes everywhere.
So you spoke a bit about you having a conversation with him 500. What's it been like navigating throughout the U.S. and kind of meeting other entrepreneurs out there that you can get advice from, or just meeting other people in general that you may look up to in a sense that you can get advice from?
So it's very like motivational on that's one thing, but these people that are making 7, 8 figures, 9 figures, you have a conversation with them and hear how they talk, you're gonna know like, yo, they are smart as hell, like smart as hell. You're gonna want to be around them more because you realize how smart they are, and you just want to get game. But of course, you don't want to like just go be around them for game. But like when you hear them talk, you gonna like, yeah, I can learn a lot from this person. So you want to be around those people. Like, so when I be in these rooms and I'm like around these millionaires and billionaires, or even people just doing business in general, you realize these people are using their brain at the maximum capacity damn near every day because they're running a business. When you run a business, it's not just, you feel me, you just collecting that check, and your brain running around circles all day, thinking about ideas, how to execute them, or even when your idea is true, thinking about how can I fix the idea or how can I improve the idea. So it's like when you're around people that are really doing this and successful, you realize how smart they are,
Mm-hmm.
and realize like how much you can learn from them, and also you can kind of like learn how to basically navigate a lot of these business things that people regularly go through them, especially like with someone that don't know have no experience in business, like being around a mentor that could definitely help you like navigate through all these business ventures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, as far as 2024 is concerned, like, what are some of the things that you're looking to accomplish this year?
I'm gonna keep it real. I haven't rolled down not one goal, not one manifestation, anything for 2024. I'm at a spaces like, do I want to write down these goals, or do I just want to go out there and execute them and not like have these standards? But it's like I do want to set a goal for myself. But it's like I'm just gonna go. Like I don't even want to set a goal. I just want to go. Instead of writing stuff down and be think about it. I feel like sometimes when you write stuff down, you're like, okay, I'm not gonna do this and that, but you don't really go out and get it. I'd rather just go out and execute it instead of writing things down, thinking about,
Mm-hmm.
okay, hey, this year I'm gonna do this, and then like I'd rather be like, this year I did this year I did that at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm like still contemplating. It's already what like 20, 21 days in the new year. I'm like I still didn't write down any goals, but as you can see, I already dropped the cookbook. So it's like I'm more of an execution stage more instead of a planning stage right now. I'm just trying to execute all year long. I ain't trying to plan nothing. I ain't trying to write down no goals. I'm trying to accomplish goals, not write them down. I'm trying to accomplish them. Two different things. You can write down goals. That goal could be on that paper for your whole life and you never accomplish it. I'm trying to accomplish these goals and not plan it. So I'm right now I'm in a state of accomplishing things and knocking out goals and not planning things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know, since, well, I'm gonna talk about the whole 2023. Like, what was it like, dealing with the ups and downs that you dealt with throughout the year, and kind of just, staying headstrong throughout all of the, some of the BS that may have come throughout the course of the year.
So my 2023 was like a pretty much, I would say, a chill year into the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like towards the end of the year, things just got crazy in my personal life, business life. Everything was just all over the place. And I'm like, I never went through most of these things before, so I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I'm like, I'm trying to be over here dealing with all this stuff, keep my mental right, but it's like I'm dealing with a whole bunch of stuff I never dealt before. So it's like I'm trying to push forward, but it's like at the same time I know that the fact that I'm going through all this, something good is coming out of all this. It's a test for my next chapter in my life. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you feel me? As you go in your school and stuff, you read a chapter and then you get tested at the end. And like once you basically pass that test, then you go into the next chapter. You feel me? If you don't pass that test, then you still like on that chapter and you get stuck again. And you gotta remember, life is a full circle. So if you don't basically, life's a full circle. So you don't knock that, basically complete that lesson gonna come back around and hit you again 2 times harder. So you want to knock out that lesson so when it comes back around, you know exactly how to deal with it and you can push forward beyond it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now that we're in a new year, you say you haven't wrote any goals down, but like, what's the trajectory like? With the way that this year has started for you. How are you feeling about the course of this year?
So this year will be my 7-figure year. I'm not even gonna say $1 million. That's like the minimum. This year I haven't wrote this down, but it's like this is like something I'm going for is 7 figures this year. Like I want Vybez Kitchen to grow 7 figures. I definitely want like a 20-30% profit margin. 'Cause a lot of people talk about growth, but I also want a high profit margin. And if you know the restaurant industry, 20 and 30% is a very, 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 very high profit margin. So I'm working towards that. Definitely bringing in 7 figures and having that profit margin. That profit margin is key.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So like, without giving too much of your like expertise or game away, you feel me? What are some of the things that you feel me kind of help you, reach these financial goals or these personal goals for you with your business?
Consistency. So I never worked a day in a restaurant, fast food, fast casual, fine dining, any type of restaurant. No McDonald's, no Ruth, all the way up to Ruth Chris or anything like that. Michelin star, took a culinary class, none of that. Everything I learned, everything I did for my business was learned from experience and being consistent with it. When you're consistent with it, you become an expert at it and you become a master at it. So, like I could say, like you could do this and that and that. No, consistency will outrule anything you do. Cause you could do something once and it works, but it's like no traction. So like if you do something consistent, you got that traction. You're gonna learn just from experience. That experience is gonna teach you a lot. So even though I didn't have experience before this, but the experience from my business taught me a lot. 'Cause I was consistent with it. So consistency is key, especially over like I was consistent with it, but I probably know a lot more about someone who was doing it for 20 years and wasn't consistent because I've been consistent for 3.5 years. That consistency will outrule anything.
Word, word. So like, other than Dreamville, what are, some other big events that you would want to venture off into in 2024?
Some big events. I low key want to do Rolling Loud in Miami. I feel like that's, besides like Coach L, I feel like that's one of the biggest festivals. But it's in Miami, so that's like a 12-hour drive and or it's a flight from here, so it's like little complications. But I feel like Rolling Loud will be lit as hell, like for a festival. And I know like the team would like it would be really be like a vibe. Like we'll be out there really vibing. Like it would be a whole experience. So I know like Rolling Loud, that's something I want to do, but it's like that's some distance right there. That's some distance from where we are.
Yeah, but like, what's the furthest you? I mean, obviously you want it to be, global, but like, let's say like you were to start branching out. Where would you start first? Would you start, going further down south, South Carolina, Georgia, those areas, or would you try to work your way back up north since you already have history up there in Jersey?
So as I'm like branching out franchising, I thought like maybe like actually just like maybe a year ago, like on a podcast, I probably would have been like, yeah, I would have went to the next state. I would have been to Jersey, to Atlanta, then maybe New York. Nah. So like I watched like Derek, Derek from Big Dave's, watching one of his podcasts. He was like, he don't really franchise or build. Well, not yet. He's doing it now, but he's controlling the supply chain. So most of his restaurants are in the same area. So I'm pretty sure he has a salesperson. So let's say he orders from like Cisco. So I'm pretty sure he has a same salesperson, and the fact that he controls the supply in Atlanta, because that's where he's located, all his prices are probably a lot more cheaper, and then his profit margin will be a lot more higher. So I would try to do like I would try to stick to North Carolina at first, or let's say I move my business or somewhere. I would try to stick to that one area first and build from there, and then go outside to the other states, because then I control the supply, and I could have a lower cost of goods overall.
Okay, so like other like well-known chefs like Gordon Ramsay and whatnot, do you like look into those caliber of chefs or entrepreneurs when it comes to your field and try to like take anything away that you can from them, or you all just like focus on coming up with ideas and stuff from within?
I come with a lot of ideas from the stuff within, but I do watch a lot of business owners in general. And I do watch restaurant owners too, just to get game from them, because it's always some type of thing you could pick up. I'm the type of person that learns just from observation. So when I'm just watching people do certain things, they don't even have to really say or like walk me guide to guide. They can say I use this and I do the research on what it does, and then I figure out how to do myself. So like a lot of things I learned from observation. Like Gordon Ramsay, I might watch his show here and there, but it's like I'm more of trying to learn on the business side than more of the chef side. I'm not trying to do like a Michelin star restaurant right now. And I say right now because I definitely, that is like one of my goals. Kind of, I don't know. It's like not set in stone, but like that's more of a realistic Michelin star restaurant. I'm trying to have something where I can scale more, and it's like kind of like McDonald's, where you go to the same McDonald's it's gonna taste exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I have a Michelin star restaurant, it's kind of harder to scale that because then you need top notch chefs, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't find top notch chefs everywhere,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna taste the same because also it's different techniques that we use in a restaurant and different food and stuff like that. And then like a lot of those restaurants use go to the market and get this food. It's kind of hard to automate things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
you can go to a restaurant, you can't. I mean, a market, you can't really like automate. Okay, let's get this fish, cause let's get that fish, cause they may not have it. Might be a different market in a different state.
I
So
understand.
I don't really pay too much attention to like these Michelin star restaurants. Of course, I have respect for them because that's a whole nother level, like whole nother technique, whole nother level, whole nother grind. So, but I try to pay attention more of like the restaurant owners who are growing like chains of restaurants because that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to focus on.
Okay. So, seem like everything coming together overall. Like, how would you say you feel about some of the things that didn't go as well? You feel me? Like some of the things that you feel like you could have done better on, or some of the, if there are any regrets along the way.
I'm not a regretful person. I don't ever really regret things. I just learn from it. Um, I won't be like, damn. I won't sit there and reminisce like, damn, I should have did this. Like I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. And I just keep pushing forward because you look on the past and you go right back to whatever it was in the past. You don't want to be stagnant in the past and be that same person. You want to grow as a person. So once things pass, then that's it. It's time to grow from that. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like if you want to reminisce in the past, then you might go back to how it was in the past. So I don't really try to be like regret things because then it's always things always happen for a reason. If I'm regretting things, then it's like okay, if I do go back and try to do this, that thing could completely fail. I could have like did some of it and like got through some of it, but I could go back on there and fuck up my whole life just from trying to be regretful and things like that. So I try to not regret anything.
Mm. Okay. So it's just about living in the moment.
I be living in the moment.
Or
I be living in the moment.
and when it comes to the clothing, are you looking to just like keep it basic with the merchandise and just kind of white label everything, or are you looking to venture off into more like eccentric forms of clothing or branding, I should say, through Vybez Kitchen?
Um, I don't really want to focus too much on clothing. I will like have a good aspect of it, but
Mm-hmm.
I will probably like white label and like have like a small production. But my main focus isn't on clothing; it's on selling food and making people happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that me trying to do other businesses or things like that that doesn't necessarily align with Vybez Kitchen. I'm not saying clothing doesn't really align with Vybez Kitchen. It's still promoting it, but more of on the side of like the food wise or things like that. Run my business on the food side. It's like when I try to do certain things, I got distracted from Vybez Kitchen. So it's like that's a setback. So once you get distracted from something, it's gonna set you back. So it's like I just want to focus on growing what I have right now and making that bigger and better instead of trying to venture out and do this, that, and that. When I know what I have is working, so I'm gonna just keep doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down, and let it keep growing.
All right. So, what would you say, like, personally? What's your well? Let me switch the question up. So far, we're 2023 in the books. Like, what would you say is like the top ordered dish from Vybez Kitchen?
Oxtails, hands down. People like people love oxtails.
Mm.
Regardless of the price, people are going to order oxtails, and that's why it's so trendy right now too. The trend is making more popular too, but people go crazy for oxtails. Like any variation of oxtails, they love it. So oxtails was my number one seller last year, and right after that was the egg rolls.
And what's like a collective personal favorite between all of the staff at Vybez Kitchen?
For all of the staff, they all like different things. They all like different things. They all got their favorite things.
Or and speaking on staff, like how is it being an owner of a business and having to fluctuate the different personalities of a staff and just dealing with the process of employing people, letting people go, and just trusting different people from different backgrounds to do certain things that you take very seriously.
Employees can make or break your business. They can make or break your business. It's like customers are first, and the employees are right after them. Because employees are doing all the tasks for the business. Customers are bringing in all the money for the business. So it's like the employees produce the money, produce the product. The customers pay for the product. So it's like customers at number one because they actually are getting their product, things like that. But the employees are doing everything it is to make that product. Mm-hmm. So one, you got to keep them happy. But dealing with all the personality, things like that, it's just like you need a lot of patience, honestly. I have a lot of patience just from over time, but dealing with personality, things like that, you gotta know, like, you just gotta pay attention to them, you gotta peep how they learn, because everyone gonna learn different, everyone gonna move at a different pace, everybody gonna do things a certain way, so you just gotta be patient and try to teach them the right way. Mm-hmm. It's hard dealing with employees, like, that's probably, like, especially in a restaurant got, like, one of the highest turnover employees, so you just gotta be able to try to keep them happy, but you gotta know, like, especially in the restaurant industry, they're not gonna stay there for that long, because it's like, it's just the industry we're in. There's people gonna leave pretty fast, so, and that also leads to the hiring process. So I try to hire people pretty fast, because, like, there's no point in dragging the hiring process on, because if you do, then it's like they're not gonna be there that long. So, like, you probably already lost like a few weeks or a few days just from trying to drag on the hiring process. So, and also with the hiring process, I'll try to look for people with character and things like that, or like character and like accountability, or what's the word I'm looking for? Character, accountability, or integrity. Especially like those three, because it's a business. You want someone who's gonna know when they're doing wrong, take fault when they're doing wrong, or just have a good mindset, or a good heart to just do good. Because if you're like a business owner, sometimes you gotta step away. You gotta put your trust in that person, and you just gotta believe that they're gonna do right when you're not in that kitchen or when you're not in that business. So it's like you gotta have people with integrity. That's definitely like, employees. You gotta find the right person, but when you do, you just gotta make them happy and do what you gotta do to make them happy. Because employees, they're everything to your business.
So, like, with the location that you're at right now, would you, like, how should I say this? With the location that you're at right now and the staff that you have right now, if you were to transition into, like, another phase, a bigger building, or more like, independently on your own type of structure, do you feel like everything would transition smoothly? You feel me?
Yeah, I feel like I have a pretty good system where my system is kind of like based off of the equipment. So it's not like based off of, I say it's based off equipment, so it's like I know what equipment I need to run my restaurant. So if I have the same exact equipment in a different spot, it's gonna be running the exact same thing, because everything's gonna be doing the same thing, cooking the same way, ain't nothing gonna change. So I have SOPs and things like that down. So even if we do go to another spot, only thing that might get changed, some things might get changed, but the only thing that might change is the spot, honestly, because I think my systems are pretty strong. So if we go anywhere, I think we're pretty good. And my system definitely helped me get our orders pretty fast. Of course, we get busy. Of course, you get backed up. But to be cooking food to order, and it's like a lot on the order and getting out pretty fast, that shows that my system works pretty well.
Word. Yeah. So have you, like, encountered any situations where, like, I wouldn't say people sabotage, but, like, you deal with people posting bad reviews and stuff like that. How do you deal with the negative responses from people, if there are any?
So I do have some good haters. Be posting Google reviews. People just, I don't know, sometimes there's not enough experience, or they didn't actually really like the food, or they just hating on a young black man. So I just at first like it was one phase where I was just receiving a lot of bad reviews, and that shit was just hurting. But I'm like, I took in the reviews and listened to it, but also was like I thought like ain't no way a lot of these people are just don't like my food. So like I know some of them are just hating on me, but that did build up my confidence and knowing what I had to do to make sure like everybody like it taught me like to try to make sure everybody have a good experience and like the food and stuff like that. But it also taught me that people are just going to like your product no matter what you do. You can have the perfect product, the perfect product. Wasn't with that 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 10% of them are not going to like it just because they don't like it. No reason. They might say a reason, but that might not be really the reason. Someone's not going to like your product no matter who you are.
Yeah. So like when it comes to like those that may be in a position that you were in when we were living in Camp Evo and whatnot, you know, serving plates out of the apartment or dorm, like what's a bit of advice that you would give to a young up and coming entrepreneur in that space?
Definitely always keep learning. Always keep learning. You just got to keep learning. Like learn about what's going to help you and grow from it. So always figure out what you're not good at and learn how to become better at it. And then once you do that, and then you could either go find someone and hire someone to do what you're not good at, but make sure you know how to do it, because that person looking to you for leadership. So it's like learn your flaws, fix your flaws, and then teach from your flaws.
Yeah.
So definitely learn in all aspects and also stay consistent. When I say consistency is key, I'm gonna keep saying this. Consistency is key to everything in life, no matter what you want to do. I've been consistent. It's been barely any days where I closed, or it's probably been like 1 or 2 weeks for the past 1, 2, or 3. I say about 4 weeks for the past, not consistently, for the past 3.5 years. I actually closed the whole week. Word.
So yeah, keep on going with your point.
I forgot what I was going to say.
No, you was giving advice to people who are looking to do the same thing you're doing.
Word.
Consistency, things of that nature.
So, like I was saying, consistency is key. So, consistency will be the drive to anything. So, I think I was saying like, it's been a total of 4 weeks for the past 3.5 years that I closed for a full week. There's been a few days that I closed, but I haven't really closed because of like, oh, I'm tired today. I don't feel like coming in. I closed because of legit reasons, like either building not having power, or not having enough staff, or just things out of my control.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never sit there and close and be like, yeah, I'm tired. I don't feel like getting up today. If you say that, you're not really passionate about what you do. If you're passionate about what you do, you're gonna get up every day and hit that goal, whatever you're doing, full speed. If you're really passionate about what you do, if you really want to do that thing, you're gonna get up every day and hit that goal at full speed, like you really want it. If not, then you really don't want it. Yeah. Back live on the Cozy Podcast.
So yeah.
Part 2.
My next question, it was gonna be what's one quote or phrase or saying that you live by that you could give to the people that could spark some motivation or inspiration in them?
What's one quote?
A quote that represents Vybez Kitchen. You feel me?
A quote that represents Vybez Kitchen. That's a good one. Specifically, Vybez Kitchen. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. You got me with that one. You got me with that one.
You don't got none.
Nah, that represent Vybez Kitchen.
Or that, represent you. And like you and your, how should I say, your standard of work ethic and, everything that comes with you wanting to pursue your goals within Vybez Kitchen. Like what's something that steadily motivates you?
It's not a quote, but I know that if I keep pushing forward, I will reach my goals.
Mm-hmm.
If I keep pushing forward, I will be successful. If I keep going at it, I will be able to do anything I want in life.
Valid.
It's not necessarily a quote, but that's just how I think.
Valid.
I guess you could quote that. Quoted by Chef Kai.
And one of my last questions is, what is it about what you do that makes you, secure within yourself, or, gives you the comfortability to, be yourself within your craft, you feel me? And fully, lay your full personality and everything on the table when it comes to Vybez Kitchen.
I know I'm living out my faith, that's why. So that's why I know I'm confident and I be going at it, because this is my faith. Like this is, like there's a book written down, this is how Chef Kai life will go. I know I'm living like by that book and faith in that plan that was made before I was even born. So the fact that I know that, like sometimes like things just be happening, I'll be like, I don't know how this happened or how this got secured or this, that, and that. I mean, I'll say I don't know, but I know it's because I'm living throughout my faith. Like things are just growing and just moving, and it's just so much love that I'm getting from it. It just knows that that's like that's a sign from God saying that you are living without your faith. So you get so much love and from this and that, and everything is going how it is because you're living out your faith. So I know that I'm doing the right thing, and I'm passionate about it. So.
Word. That's valid. Let the people know, all of the what.
One more thing. I got one more thing to say. I am Vybez Kitchen. Vybez Kitchen is its own thing. Please stop comparing Vybez Kitchen to any restaurant, any other business. Vybez Kitchen is Vybez Kitchen. Vybez Kitchen is a trendsetter. Vybez Kitchen don't follow people. Vybez Kitchen is Vybez Kitchen. Don't compare us to no one else. We're in our own lane, doing our own thing, growing our own way, setting our own waves. We are the wave. We ain't following the wave. We making the waves. You feel me? Make sure you know Vybez Kitchen is the one, and don't play with Vybez Kitchen. Don't forget that. We are not the one. Yeah. We are the one.
Let the people know where they could find Vybez Kitchen at, the socials, the website, location, everything.
Follow us on all social media handles at Vybez Kitchen, VYBEZ Kitchen. Again, VYBEZ Kitchen. Make sure you spell it right. Don't ask me why you ain't find it if you ain't spell it right. VYBEZ Kitchen. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, anything you wanna find us on, we on there. You feel me? Our address is 601 Milner Drive. Right now we're in the Ghost Kitchen, so on the outside of the building we'll stay inside the City Kitchen. Again, 601 Milner Drive. Inside the building called the City Kitchen, we are a Ghost Kitchen. So on the outside of the building we'll say something different. But don't forget, we still a real business just because you don't see us something physical on the outside. We coming for that physical storefront though. Don't forget. You feel me? Make sure y'all feel the vibes.
Word. Yeah. That's really it, man.
That's it.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you back on the podcast. More projects soon to come. You feel me?
Yeah.
A lot more goals to be accomplished. A lot more achievements to be made.
Yeah.
And a lot more money to be made. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm wishing you the best on all your future endeavors. You feel me? We're going to obviously check back up. And again, probably in a couple months or so, you feel me, to see what the progress looking like 2024. But yeah, we wish you the best of luck, man.
Appreciate that. One more thing. Storefront coming this year. Mark my words.
Word. That's the goal 2024. One of them. One of the many type shit.
Yeah, that's not written down. Don't forget.
Word. Yeah, I appreciate you being on today's episode, man. And make sure y'all subscribe, to the Cozy Candace channel. Make sure you guys tune into the podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Cozy Candace. You feel me? I'm your host, Jamal Hollywood. It's my guest, Kyla Evans. Make sure you guys, if you guys are in the Greensboro area, make sure you guys stop through 601 Milner Drive. Get you guys some Vybez Kitchen. You feel me? Leave a review. Cop some merch. Check out the website. Order a cookbook. You feel me? And be a part of the whole Vybez family. You feel me?
It's been a vibe.
But yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. You feel me?
It's been a vibe.